important topic, that is the taxonomic categories. So what are the taxonomic categories? So these are the ranks or the levels in the hierarchical classification system. Okay, so these are the levels, we can say, or the rank where in the hierarchical classification system. Okay, so each category it will is a will represent a taxon. Okay, taxon is a group. Okay, a plural is the taxa. Plural is the taxa. Taxon, they are group. Okay, so I already told you that there are various categories. Kingdom. Okay, I will write it here in a single line and then we will discuss this one by one. Okay, phylum, class, order, family, genus, and last species. Okay, so I will give you a shortcut to remember this, because this will be in the same order all the time. So the kingdom will first come, then the second will always be phylum, then third will be the class, the fourth will be the order, fifth will be the family, sixth will be the genus, and seventh will be the species. So you can just remember it like this, that the King Philip, okay, came over for good soup. Okay, King Philip came over for a good soup. Okay, so you can just write K for the kingdom, P for the phylum, C for the class, O for the order, F for the family, G for the genus, and S for the species. Okay, this is so easy to remember. So now let's talk about one by one. The kingdom. So it is the highest level of classification. Okay, and it divides the organism into broad groups based on the fundamental characteristics. Okay, so the division into the kingdom is based on the characteristics. Okay, suppose example, in the kingdom Animalia, all the multicellular heterotrophic organism, they are placed. Okay, so it will have the characteristic, that is the multicellular and heterotrophic. Okay, organism. So what if you see there is a human, okay, or insect. So because we are multicellular and heterotrophic, we are put into the kingdom Animalia. Okay, and if we talk about the plant, so then it's the kingdom is the Plantae. Okay, so all the multicellular and autotrophic. Okay, species, they will be put under the Plantae. Okay, so these example trees, flower, ferns, etc. Right. So the next comes the phylum. Okay, so we are using phylum in case of the animals, and in case of the plants we are using the division. Okay, so this group the organism within the kingdom based on major body plan or the structural feature. Okay, for example, the chordata. Okay, the organism with the notochord, dorsal nerve cord, and the pharyngeal slits, they are put under the chordata. Okay, and if the organism is having the joint appendages and exoskeleton, then they are grouped into the another phylum, that is Arthropoda. So each phylum will group the organism within the kingdom based on the major body plan, okay, or the structural feature. So the groups here, they are made based on structural feature. Okay, then comes the class. So class is grouping the organism within the phylum or division based on the specific characteristics. Okay. So on the top will be the kingdom. Under kingdom there will be a phylum, and the phylum there will be a class. Okay. So here where the group, the organism they were grouped, okay, within the phylum or division based on the specific characteristics. Okay, like suppose if you are talking about the mammals, the organism with the mammary glands, hairs, and the warm-blooded, okay, they are put under the mammalia. Okay. Next comes the order. So order groups the organism within a class based on the shared characteristics. Okay. For example, the primates, the mammals with the grasping hands, the large brains, and the forward-facing eyes, like okay, example like human and monkeys. So they are put under the order primates. Okay, and the flowering plant that includes the rose family, they are put into another order, that is the rosales. Okay, the fifth will come family. So here groupism is done based on the closer similarities. Okay. So for example, the great apes and the human, they are put in under the family Hominidae. Okay. So after family comes the genus. Okay, it groups the closely related species. Okay. And last is the species. Species is the basic unit of the classification. Okay, and a group of organism, they are pairs that can be interbreed and produce the fertile offsprings. Okay. So the consideration for grouping the organism include the interbreeding and producing the fertile offsprings. Okay. Okay, so if we talk about the before closing the video, taxonomic categories, you can remember, I told you how to remember it. Okay, but if we start from the base, then first comes the species. Okay, then genus. This we are starting from the down. Okay, then the family, then comes the order, then comes the class, then comes the phylum or division, and ultimately the topmost is the kingdom. Okay, so these are the various taxonomic categories, and I told you to remember this. How we can remember this? That the King Philip came over for good soup. Okay, so the K stands for the kingdom, P stands for the phylum, C stands for the class, O stands for the order, F stands for the family, G stands for the genus, and S stands for the species. So I hope it is clear to you. Okay, thank you for watching the video.